Hi guys, it's a little bit later in the day than normal when I start my vlogs. It's actually noon on a Monday. I spent all morning working on some editing and I finally finished my editing, so now I can actually work on some art. So because half of the day is already gone, we won't be getting a lot done today. I'm probably just going to get a little bit of sewing done and some prep work done for some pieces that I'm going to be adding to my shop. Also, we're going to be working with some molds today. I recently got some molds made up this weekend, and today we're going to be testing them out and seeing how well they came out. So I'm going to fill them up with resin, and then hopefully the next day we can see what they look like. Anyways, let me get my sewing machine and we're going to start sewing on a bunch of little snake projects for my shop. So one of the projects that I am currently working on, well, technically it's two projects, but we're going to be using the same head for both of them. I made a mold for it and we're going to be working with that later, but I'll show you the mold, or the clay piece that I molded. Basically, it's a little cute snake head. It's kind of based off of a hog nose, just a little bit. I didn't want to make it look too much like it because I wanted to make it a little bit versatile. But I've got a mold of that we're going to try later on, and today I'm going to be working on sewing a bunch of little chubby bodies to make some little like fat snakes for my shop. Also, we're going to be using that same mold and I'm going to make a baby Hydra. So we're going to be casting a lot of heads this week. I'm going to try and get the first 5 for the Hydra, and then I need to make 8 more for the little baby snakes because I want to have about 8 for the shop. And I got all the fabric pinned together. Let's get the wireframes out of the way. But this is the pattern. I'm just making a little chubby snake. Very simple. I've got my pattern and all the fabric put together. And I picked a few different interesting color combinations. And I'm just going to do the sewing for this real quick. Hopefully it won't take too long, and then we can work on our molds. So I've been needing to give you guys a bit of an update on what's going on with the pigeons and their eggs on the balcony. Are we gonna have babies? Are we not gonna have babies? So I kind of put off giving an update because at first I found out that the eggs were infertile. I gave it the 18 days that was required for pigeon eggs to incubate. On that day, the pigeons left the nest and didn't come back. They kept peeking on it, but they weren't sitting on the eggs, and clearly there was something wrong. So I went and I candled the eggs to see what was going on, to see if they were going to hatch, and they were completely infertile. There was no yolk, there was no veins, and they were actually half empty of fluid, so they were pretty much rotted. So I was really disappointed with that, and I was kind of just trying to figure out, like, how to go about telling you guys the bad news. A little bit of time went by and the pigeons decided to come back. And for about 3 days, they started sitting in the same pot and cuddling with each other. So I was like, okay, maybe this time around we might get eggs again. So I let them do their thing. I ignored them on the balcony and stayed off of it. It was hot anyway, so I didn't have to worry about wanting to go out there. And eventually they laid an egg. I actually got to watch her lay the egg. It was really cool. I just peeked out the window and I saw her in a weird position and I was like, oh, she's gonna do it, and she did. So I got to see her lay the first egg. I didn't get to see her lay the second one, but that's okay. But there's 2 new eggs right now, and I did sneak out there in between to candle them, and there is a yolk, and one of them looks like it has a vein. I haven't touched them in days. By the way, they won't abandon the eggs because I've touched them. As long as I leave them in the nest, they're fine. That is a myth. You can put eggs back into nests all the time. They won't abandon them. As long as they're still in their nest, they're good. So yeah, we have new eggs. The old eggs are gone. They were infertile. We have new eggs, and I think they're fertile, and I'm going to peek on them whenever I get a chance to do it again to see if there's any growth and progress. I'm so excited. I can't wait to finish all these. It's going to take forever to get all the heads made because I don't have fast curing resin, but that's okay. I also ordered new resin, so we won't run out. I'm going to use the last of my old resin, and then we'll open up the new one. And there's a mosquito flying around. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Like I said, today is kind of a short day. So I'm going to start on getting my old resin out, which is all nasty, and using it up on our molds. I think I need to retire my foam piece pretty soon. It is thrashed. Oh, it looks so bad. Ignore that. So I think I'm going to try something with this one because the clay head that I used had these little resin eyes so I could keep them nice and round. I'm going to put different ones in and see if we can mold around them. So I think as long as I push them down, they'll kind of suction cup to the mold. I've seen this done before. And the rest of the mold should fill up. Also, I'm going to put some tin foil inside of these. I'm going to set it up to where they will kind of hold in place real quick. And then I'll pour the resin. Pretty much just trying to not use as much resin as I need to. Try and save some of it. So making these little cores helps me not have to use a ton of resin, especially for a head this large. I don't think I can do it for the feet because it'd be really hard to keep it from touching the mold, because with these I'm just going to pretty much use some wire frames and rubber band it in place so it doesn't touch anything, and it's just going to hold it in place so it doesn't float off and out of the mold. But with that, that's just not going to work, so those are going to be solid resin. Okay, so I'm finally done pouring everything. I had to also coat a few pieces for a commission that I'm working on, and I am officially out of my old resin and I had to open up my new one. So I'm trying a different kind. I'm trying this one right here, Total Boat tabletop epoxy. I've seen actually a lot of YouTubers use this epoxy, so we'll find out if it's any good. If so, it's nice that I can get it in gallon containers. Last time I got 2 half gallons, this time I got a gallon of each, so I've got 2 gallons right here. It's a little pricey, but I'm going to be going through a lot more resin now if I'm using molds, so I decided to just get a lot more this time around. Okay, it's the next day and I'm starting work a lot earlier than I normally do. It's roughly like 7-ish. Usually it's like almost 8 by the time I'm done making coffee and stuff, but it's a lot earlier today. Didn't feel like sleeping in. I have a commission I need to finish. It looks weird right now because it's super fluffy and I need to shave it down. So this is what it currently looks like. I know it's a mess, but it will look good once we get it put together and shaved. But I have a little bit of sewing to do on the legs and closing it up, adding the tail, and then I'm going to shave it down, add ears, fur the face, probably add a little bit more fur around the legs, and call it good and take photos of it. So that's the main thing I'm going to do today, is try and get this commission done. If you guys are wondering what it is a cross-fox like dragon combination. I did the legs on this a little differently because of the fact that it is a rag doll and I don't have a wire frame, so I did it just kind of a little bit differently. So yeah, this piece I'm getting close to finishing, and then I just got a deposit to start a new commission, another Monster Hunter piece. This one is a repeat, so I won't be doing a video on it. I'm going to be making another Palumu, but that's currently the only other commission other than this that I have a deposit for. I'm waiting to hear back for another one. Not sure when I'm going to get a deposit for that. So if anyone has been wanting commissions, I'm pretty open right now. I am working on a lot of more personal projects for the channel and stuff, so I am a little bit slow on finishing things. It takes about month or so to get something done, but honestly that's not that bad. But yeah, I am open for commissions if anyone has been interested in them. I'll let you guys know if I get too many or anything. I highly doubt it. I don't feel like it's that time of year where commissions are going to be like crazy busy anymore. I actually have been thinking about like redoing my Etsy shop, just kind of cleaning everything up, making the photos look more cohesive, taking new ones of everything, and just try and make it look a little bit nicer, lay out new pricings and different things like that. So I don't know, I gotta try something new because just not getting enough sales on Etsy. It's actually been kind of slow with everything. I think even like views on YouTube and stuff have been kind of bleh. Okay, I finished shaving down the fur so you can actually see the shape of the body. It looks so much better now. Told you it looked like a mess, but now you can actually see the shape of it. And right now I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up. We're gonna add the ears, and then we're gonna fur around the legs, just kind of cleaning up the seams. I'm gonna cover it up with fur trimmings, and I'm gonna also fur the face. So I've got all that cut and everything, and I'm just waiting for that to warm up. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is just adding the glue to the face, and we're gonna get this all covered up. If you're doing this, you'll want it fairly thick, that way you have enough so that you get a good amount of glue stuck to the face. Okay, it's a couple days later and I finally have all of our snake heads done for our HYDRA, so I can start painting them finally. I could have painted them one at a time while I was waiting on the other ones to cure, but I want them all to match, so I figured it's just going to be easier if I paint them all at the same time, so I had the same paint for all of them. So yeah, I got 5 of them. Our HYDRA is going to have 5 heads. I still need to make more because, like I said earlier, we're going to be making some little baby snakes. But I'm going to take a break from molding because I've been doing a mold every day for 5 days and I'm just tired of working with resin. Also, here are all the necks that I had to sew. I've got 5 of them as well. You can see what colors I wanted to do. We're going to have kind of like a nice creamy color for the body, and then this kind of like purpley, almost like a plum color for the belly. So I've got that. I even did some sewing for the wings. They're kind of put together. I still need to stuff them and add them to a wire frame, but I figured this would look really cool for them. So I added a little bit of green to it. This is another new fabric that I haven't had a chance to use. The other side's going to be just like that, so it's just going to be like the underside of the wing. And yeah, I really can't do any more sewing until we get these painted. I'm trying to have it to where the cracks between the scales stays the color that I decided to like add to the resin, because I want that dark color in there. So I'm just going to kind of lightly tap it like this. I might have to do a few coats like this, but I think this will be the best way to get the color that I want. So I'm just going to be tapping. Tap, tap, tapping. I actually need to stop vlogging here for a second and at least record the painting of one of these for the tutorial. So I'm just gonna work on this, get the tutorial part filmed, and be back when I have all of these painted and you can see what I decided to do with them. I'm thinking since the wings are that greenish blue color, I'm gonna do the same coloring in the eyes just to kind of have everything go together really nicely. So whenever I get to the eyes, I'll probably do that. Okay, so it's been a couple of days, just been kind of working in the studio. Yesterday, my Screamer Fox Spirit video went live, and he actually sold the same day. And then I also finished that Fox Dragon hybrid commission that I had. So what we're going to do today, it's going to be kind of a lazy day. I'm going to get everything boxed up for mailing out this weekend, and then I am just going to spend some time on the computer getting different things ready and stuff like that. But yeah, here is our finished commission. He came out really cute. They're super happy with him. I did darken up the back a little bit because I felt like it just needed to be a little bit darker, so I added some color there. And if you guys haven't seen the Screamer Fox, here is the Screamer Fox. He has 2 siblings, one already sold. We still have the Listener, but the Watcher sold and he sold as well. And one thing that's really cool is I made it where his jaw drops like that and it's held together with a magnet. And I said this in the video where I made him that I really want to do this again with a different piece. So if you guys have any ideas on what I could make that dropping wide mouth with, let me know. I think this box size will work fine for both of them. But yeah, I did not expect the Screamer to sell so fast. I was kind of hoping it would, but I did not expect that, so I'm really happy. Let me get a pin because I need to make labels, I'm gonna just write on the side something really simple. Do this since the boxes are pretty much the same. Okay, this will be fox. Oh, that doesn't, they're both foxes. Okay, dragon. Okay, so I decided to switch into something a little bit more comfortable because it gets cold back here. So I got my cardigan on. I even have a spooky blanket. This one's kind of cute. It has glow-in-the-dark eyeballs. So I'm just gonna curl up back here and work on some digital stuff. I did want to show you guys a few things that I made. So you can see the screen quite well. Here, let me... There. Just so you can see the entire thing. And you probably have seen this already because I put it on, I think, 1 to 2 videos. But I made a little icon to go in the middle of the screen during my videos for just a reminder to subscribe. And it's not much, but I did a little bit of animation so its little eyes will blink. And then I made a little bell icon with a griffin looking at the bell. This goes back and forth, so I don't know why it does that black thing, but the bell moves and then it'll say ring that bell. So right now I'm going to be working on a pattern piece. I have a video that I put out probably over a year ago, which was our plush octopus, and I never made a pattern for it. I kept all the like paper pieces and stuff, so I am going to open that file up, get my glove on, and I'm going to hopefully finish it. That way I can add it to my Etsy shop. But I started laying out all the shapes and stuff for the tentacles. And I need to double check the size of the file. I think I can move all these around. These are all individual like things. So I can like make them disappear and move them around. So I might like tighten them up a bit so it doesn't take up so much paper. But I need to make a few more like variations of this, and then I should be able to work on like some instructions to go with it. Just some basic little sketches of how the pieces go together. Okay, I got the extra pieces in place. I had to expand it because I did get my measurements wrong on the canvas, so I adjusted that so it's a little bit wider this way. And let's see, if I remember right, this will be 4 8x10s. So after I get everything done, I'm going to break up the file into 4 sections. That way I can put it into a PDF file. So now that I have the first lines all set up, what I need to do now is trace around these to make the little seam allowance that goes around everything. So I need to pick, yeah, that's what I was drawing with. Okay, I need to pick a lighter color for that. And I think I'm going to leave these all their own layers over here, just in case something I need changed. But the tracing, should I have the tracing on each layer or just make one layer? I won't be able to move them around if I make it one layer. Yeah, let's just do the tracing. Delete that, that was an empty layer. I'll just do the tracing on each individual thing. So like that one, make sure I got it selected, and I'll trace around that. Then jump to the next layer kind of thing. That way if I want to move them around again, I can. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with everything. I got everything labeled. I still need to do kind of a little bit more instructions to go with this, but it's looking good. Right now I only have 1 through 4 tentacles, so I might mirror this and make the other patterns, or I'll just leave it where the instructions are for you to flip them. I haven't decided yet. Also, this probably won't go live on my Etsy shop with this vlog, mainly because I still have a lot of work to do with it still. And I don't have the original plush that this was for, so I need to make another one so I can take photos for the listing. So, for now, just keep an eye out for this, and I'll let you guys know when the octopus pattern goes live. So I'm probably just going to work a little bit longer on this, get a tiny bit more work done on the computer, and just call it a night. Today is Friday, so it already feels like it's like phasing into the weekend, so I might as well just kind of phase into it naturally with my work. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, to all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!